Welcome back, my friends, and welcome to my channel, The Horror by Candlelight. My name is Sean, and I am going to be going over the first work that I am going to be reproducing here on my channel. The name of the book is called The King in Yellow. It's one of the earliest works of weird fiction. It was first published in 1895. The book itself is actually a collection of stories. There are a total of 9 that were published with the first printing. However, it's only the very first 4 stories that pertain to the horror element of The King in Yellow. The original work was 316 pages. However, it has been cut down to just the 4 chapters in the stories here at 154 pages. The names of those chapters are The Repairer of Reputations, The Mask, In the Court of the Dragon, and The Yellow Sign. Many of these works have inspired authors over the years, including H.P. Lovecraft after reading it in 1927. He references many things in places in this work in his own works, including the Lake of Halley and the Yellow Sign. Many critics over the centuries have called it a classic in the field of the supernatural. Lynn Carter was quoted as saying it was an absolute masterpiece, probably the single greatest book of weird fantasy written in this country between the death of Poe and the rise of Lovecraft. Uh, as to more modern influences, it has inspired many horror writers over the years, including Stephen King. There has been references to the story even in television. There was a 2014 show called True Detectives where they used the element of the King in Yellow, and they showed and used the color yellow in the show to represent the theme of insanity during those scenes. The author of the work is Robert W. Chambers. He was born on May 26, 1865, in Brooklyn, New York. Both of his parents were successful lawyers and owned their own practice. That wealth of the family was able to allow Robert to go into higher learning after graduation. He went first to the School of the Brooklyn Polytechnic Institute for Engineering. A few years later, he went on to become a student at the Art Student League in New York. He studied abroad afterwards in France around the Paris region. He was originally a painter and had several works that were published in New York or in magazines and also in Paris. But he then turned to writing and no longer did works of art and painting for unknown reasons that have been lost to history. Unfortunately, I could not find any evidence on what caused that change in my research. Uh, his first novel was published in 1887. It was called The In the Quarter. He wrote several early works of weird science genre. He got success and became famous for his efforts in the book for The King in Yellow. However, he was never able to achieve that same level of success in the future. Later on, he turned away from writing science fiction and then went into writing historical fiction after 1924. He died at the age of 68 on December 16th, 1933, 3 days after complications from intestinal surgery. The publisher of this work is Pushkin Press. They can be found at pushkinpress.com. They're located in London, England. They were founded in 1997. Their works that they publish include novels, nonfiction, crime, children's books, classics, and more. Uh, the they have won several awards over the years, including the Independent Publisher of the Year at the British Book Awards, and their authors have also won several awards over the years, including the International Booker Prize, the Nobel Prize in Literature, and have been shortlisted for the Booker Prize. At this time, I would like to thank Miss Ruth Logan. I contacted Miss Logan at Pushkin Press and communicated with her, and she gave her permission for me to be able to use this work of art in my channel and be able to produce it and put it up on YouTube. So at this time, I want to give a shout out to Miss Ruth Logan and Pushkin Press for their generosity and their ability to allow me to get this story up on YouTube for my channel. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope to continue to grow this channel over the years and improve my storytelling. I'm always looking for constructive criticism and any ideas on how I can improve to make my work better and be more enjoyable for you, the people who support me. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a good day. Have a good night.